What's up guys, Rhino here and welcome to my latest FIFA 19 Ultimate Team video. And this video today guys, I'm going to be looking at this new FUT Birthday Perisic card which has been released pretty recently by EA. To be honest, he's one of my favourite players in the game, like in general, let alone this particular card looking insane. Just his base card, I absolutely love it. So this is why I really want to get this guy done. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to complete it in this particular video, guys. But regardless of that fact, I just still kind of want to do a video on it, touch on it for you guys, just to kind of give my opinions on the card. And also just whether it's worth it and also how you can do it and how I'm going to go about doing this card. Because in reality, this card, if you wanted to do it from scratch, it's probably going to cost you roughly about 350k, maybe just a little bit more. It's a pretty expensive one. It's very similar in terms of like the kind of caliber of card to the Flashback Vidal which we had. You know, you look at the stats for the absolutely incredible card. It's almost sort of end game, I'd say. I mean, we'll take a look at the in-game stats here, guys. So obviously the 5-star weak for the 4-star skills, 6'1". Phenomenal player. Such good, well-rounded stats all over the board. He's got like dark green on a lot of his stats, apart from the defender, but we don't really care too much about that. This guy could quite easily play up front. You know, he's in cam there. I think personally I probably would play in cam because that's where I used to play him a lot anyway. I used to start him left wing and move him into the centre of the pitch anyway, but you could quite easily play him up front if you wanted to, like 86 finishing, 85 composure. He looks phenomenal, and for me it is a card that's worth it. It's like Vidal. It's a lot to spend, but if you've got the coins, because it's going to be such like a good player throughout the rest of the year. If you can do it, you may as well get it done. And for me, like a card like this, it's just worth it. You know what? If you've got to pay it a little bit over the top, you may as well, just because this card will win you so many games. It will just absolutely run the midfield. He can score from like any distance, from my experiences with just like his base card. You know, outside the box, tight angles, centre of the box. You know, he doesn't really miss any sort of sitters. He can shoot off both feet. He can head. He's so trustworthy. He takes free kicks. He's incredible. He's an absolute beast. And 90 rated in the middle of the pitch. It just seems like a no-brainer to me as well. And like, he's got good stamina. So he's not going to let you down in that sense. He can easily last a whole 120 minutes in FUT Champs. So top player. Obviously the issue is that he's 350k. Now I've got some squads together here which are pretty much the cheapest around really at the moment. Of course, you know, this could change over the few days. You know, the market is a living organism. It could always change at any point. But this is the first squad called E Nerazzurri, or I Nerazzurri. Probably E, I'm not sure because it's Italian, it's probably pronounced like that. But this one involves needing one player from Inter Milan, one inform, at least an 85 rated squad, and at least 80 chemistry. So the chemistry is not going to be too difficult to get hold of. You can actually see I've actually got more than one Inter Milan player. I've got three. I've got Perisic himself. We've got De Vrij, which is the inform, and also Skriniar, which is actually an upgraded card as well, guys. There's a couple of these in these various squads. They are actually upgraded cards. Now, the reason I've not bought these players is because I can afford it right now, but I've only got like 450k liquid, and everything else is just untradeable on my club. And I want to keep some coins liquid for, like, you know, later on in the year for like team of season, things like that. So I don't really want to be going like sinking all my coins essentially in like a couple of cards over FUT Birthday. So my plan is to grind towards it. I'll explain that a little bit more in a bit once we've gone over these squads. But yeah, we've got De Vrij, which is the inform there, just obviously the inform card right there. Szczęsny is an upgraded card as well, 86 rated Wojciech Szczęsny. I've said that honestly, when I saw that, I thought it's incredible. You just forget that like he had an upgrade. He used to play for Arsenal, like, and everybody, especially he wasn't a terrible goalkeeper, but he wasn't exactly like one of the standout goalkeepers in the league, was he? Like, and now he's just, you know, he's moved on. I think he was at Roma for a bit. Was it Roma? And then he got his move to Juve, and he just seems to take it on to another level. He's just been incredible. But yeah, and he's still pretty young as well. You know, he's more like 20, 28, about to be 29, so fair play to him. You know, he's got plenty of years ahead of him. He could turn into one of the top keepers around, but we'll see. Viviano is, well, just kind of filling in the right back there. That is actually a transferred card as well, so it should be pretty easy to get, but just make sure you don't pick up his Sporting Lisbon, I think it is he played for, so just don't pick up that one. Felipe there, you know, the rest of it's all Serie A. He's literally there because he links to Lucas, Brazilian link, and he's a fairly cheap, high-rated card in 83. Midfielders Castillejo, De Rossi, and Lucas Leiva. All 83s, all cheap as chips. To be honest, guys, a lot of you probably got these cards anyway. They tend to tempt in packs quite a lot. I think the only reason I haven't really got them is because I've just used them all recently, and I haven't opened too many packs. My card in general was a little bit bare, but right wing is Suso, which again is an upgraded card, so make sure you don't get his 82. I actually have his 82 typically in my club, but that won't work unfortunately for this particular squad. Perisic there, obviously at left wing, we've already spoken about him. You know, you probably have to buy him, but he isn't too expensive. He's one of the cheapest 86 rated cards out there anyway. And then Dzeko up front, 85 rated. Again, he's one of the cheapest 85s that you could get on the market. I don't think his upgrade to his 5-star weak foot has affected his price, to be honest, because he's still pretty slow and not really that usable. So pretty easy squad to do, guys. It does get you a rare mega pack, which is a 55k pack, which is pretty good, to be honest. You know, I think you're looking at about 350, 355 for the overall cost of the SBC. So straight away you're knocking it down to 300, kind of in theory. Obviously, you know, you might not necessarily get 55k out of the pack, but if you wanted to look at it like that, I know a lot of people do, then in theory you're knocking it down to about 300k at this point. The next pack is actually, the next squad is actually the cheapest one. You only need an 84 rated squad with just an inform. It's no other kind of requirements, so you just literally want to be kind of doing a bit of research, trying to find out which are the cheapest, like 83s and 84s, maybe the odd 85. As you see, I've got 185 in there. The cheapest ones that are around really on the market at the time. Right now, when I made these squads, Falcao up there is one of the cheapest players out there as an 85. A lot of these are French league. I've kind of touched on this in previous videos, that French league is one of those ones where like so many of their players are so cheap, and I've got a couple of Premier League ones in there as well. Davinson Sanchez is pretty useful for me because obviously, you know, you can see I already got him. He isn't really that expensive anymore. He used to be like really expensive at the start of the game because he's so OP, but it's just gotten to that point now where so many packs have been opened over the year that he's just not really, he doesn't really hold much value anymore. So I don't really feel that kind of bothered about putting him in. So he's in there. We've got Leno in goal, Ruffier filling in at right back, Laporte, which potentially, I'm not sure if that's an upgrade card or not actually. I'm not sure that he might just be an 84, it might have been last year's an 83. Socrates is there, just a normal card there. We've got Luis Gustavo. As much as his photo has changed, guys, yeah, that is still the same Luis Gustavo. You've got Tovan, Strootman, Payet, and our old friend Hamuma, the inform from the current team of the week. Although when this video drops, we'll probably know what the new team of the week is going to be. I wouldn't have thought the new team would be released yet, but we will probably know of it. It'll be due to be released, so he might not be the best one to go for like tomorrow, but right now for me he is. But by the time I do this, I'm open to changes. You know, this is just like a squad that will get it done right now. But by the time I actually go to buy these players, it may change ever so slightly. I may make the odd change. And I'm open to that. But okay, this one gets you a mega pack, not a rare mega pack, just a standard mega pack. So it's going to be 35k pack, which is probably going to knock the cost of the SBC down to theoretically about 265k, something like that, depending on what you get. The final squad, guys, is going to be, to be honest, probably the most expensive one. It's going to be pretty similar price to the first one. The first and third are easily more expensive than the second one. This one just is literally an 86 rated squad, only 60 chemistry, so you can just kind of chuck in the cheapest ones around, and in general, as long as you're in the kind of like right position, you pretty much get it done. But yeah, I've got a couple of like really big players and a couple of slightly lower rated players. It's just the way that it kind of worked. In general, it doesn't really make a difference how you do the rating combination. It all usually works out about the same. But this particular occasion, I've got Perrin in goal. I already have him, so it works quite nicely for me. Chiellini there. That is an upgraded Chiellini. You just make sure you don't pick up his 89 rated card. Edison is filling in there at right back because he gets a perfect link actually to Fernandinho, which is also an upgraded card. So don't pick up his 86. Hideki is there at centre back and an upgraded Sommer there at left back. We've got Iraramendi and Trigueros in central midfield, just normal base cards. I'm sure plenty of you probably pack them over the course of the year. They aren't exactly too difficult to get your hands on. Andres Iniesta there playing left mid, 87 rated card, just a Spanish link really to a couple of the other sort of La Liga players there. Works pretty nicely. Again, he's one of those ones you probably pack quite a lot. I know that like most of the time when I get a walkout, you're like, oh, brilliant, it's Spanish, really, Iniesta. Are we really going there again? Okay, yeah, we are. Right, okay, whatever. So, yeah, you get him quite a lot. And then up front, Rodrigo and Morata. Obviously, Morata is his new transfer card at Atletico Madrid, not his Chelsea one, else that wouldn't work. So, all in all, not too difficult. And the thing is, it's in a 4-4-2 formation as well, so it's really easy to make chemistry. You know what I mean? Like a couple of green links sorts you out. You got plenty of red links going on here, even like soft links. You got two goalkeepers out of position. They're only kind of joined together by a soft link, but it still gets the job done. And it does get you a rare players pack, a 50k pack. So you're probably looking at about 215k. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on how the market kind of fluctuates over time. This SBC does have 6 days left to run, if I'm correct. Yes, 6 days left to run, so plenty of time to grind to it. And when I say grind to it, guys, my plan is, if I can find the particular SBC, which has just been released as well, we've got an 82 to 87 upgrade SBC. Now, obviously those squads there, you only need players that are roughly between like 84, 85, 86, so every player that you can get in this particular SBC here should help you towards getting a Perisic. Now, what is so good about this particular SBC is that you literally just need a gold team, not even a whole gold team. They've actually, you know, they're like, oh yeah, we'll be nice. We'll sort out the goalkeeper for you. Only 10 gold players. Doesn't matter what gold players are, it'd literally be 10 non-rare 75 rated golds, as long as they get you 40 chemistry, which is just piss easy. You know, you're getting a player. I've done one of these so far, and I got Aspas, which was an 85. I mean, I thought that was really good, to be honest. I literally submitted like nothing and got Iago Aspas. So that's sorted me out. Now, obviously, Aspas isn't in that particular squad, but there's probably a way that I can maybe mould him in if I wanted to, but to be honest, I'm gonna just, because I should say as well, actually, this upgrade has only got 5 days, as much as Perisic got 6 days. If you want to do it this way, that you need to kind of do it in 5 days, really. My plan is to basically open up bronze packs and just kind of stick them into the bronze upgrades, get silver players, stick them into the silver upgrades, get the gold players, and then from there, obviously chuck them into that, and hopefully over the next kind of 5 days, I'll have done enough bronze packs to have gathered enough gold players to do enough of them to get Perisic done, if you see what I mean. It's all just kind of like a big kind of chain. And it should work. As long as you've got the time and you've got the patience and you're willing to put the work in to do it, you should be able to maybe not do Perisic completely, because it depends on your pack. Like, you know, obviously I'm quite reliant on packing those specific players I had in that squad. But you should be able to get enough of them to at least reduce the cost. You know, I don't mind spending like 100k on this Perisic, but I don't really want to go out and spend 350k. So if I can get away with spending 100k because I've put in a bit of work to grind to it, and that's going to leave me a lot more money for team of the season or whatever new events are coming up down the line. Well, you never know, even another player that might get released tonight or tomorrow. There's still plenty of days left in FUT Birthday as well. There's probably going to be a lot of really good players out there that I'll be so tempted to do. Then, you know, that's just going to help a lot if I've got extra coins left over. So I'm going to try and do these as cheaply as I can, which is why I'm not going to be submitting them today in this particular video, guys. And obviously, unfortunately, there's not any packs, so apologies for that. Probably what I'll do is I'll just drop it on my Twitter once I've got it done. I'll just drop a photo of him to kind of let you guys know if I manage to do him or not. You know, there's not going to be any guarantees that I will be able to get him done, but I'd like to think that I should be able to do it. So yeah, that's obviously Perisic, guys. That's what I think about him. Top player, a must-have, if I'm honest. If you really take FIFA seriously, like on the competitive scene, FUT Champ, stuff like that, I think he'd be an absolute game changer. even if he doesn't fit straight into your team, phenomenal super sub, absolutely phenomenal. Like, in my opinion, literally kind of like icon level. He's that good. So yeah, just do what you can to get him done. Yeah, if you did enjoy the video, guys, then feel free to leave a like, comment to let me know what you think about Perisic, what you got in your packs if you have done Perisic. Yeah, what are you thinking about like FUT Birthday in general? Because obviously there's been a lot of different cards, and I've done quite a few of them, surprisingly. I don't normally do many SBCs because I feel like they're quite overpriced, but a lot of these are I just really like these ones, even though they are quite pricey. I just love the players that they've released. They're a lot of my kind of favourite players over, you know, all the FIFAs really. So they've kind of tempted me in, and I'll probably regret it in a couple of weeks' time. But you know what, I'm having fun doing it. So that's what it's all about, really, innit? So let me know about that. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, and you could do that, would be much appreciated. But yeah, that is going to be it from me, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.